welcome everybody for our GOBLET AGM. And as you already know, we have to celebrate. We have something to celebrate. So it's the 10th AGM, and it's also the second one where we went fully virtual. And forced by COVID last year, it actually was also an opportunity to do new and additional things. So it was also brought also some good. So in the past, we always had to travel with a little group to places all over the world to the AGM. And that also limited, for instance, that from the organizational members, more people could travel. Most of the time, only the people from the hosting organization would be present with more people per member, but the others could only send one member. So now we could open up a bit further. And I think the other thing that we did by going virtual is also allow much more observers from all over the world to attend. And last year, the people thought it was really nice how we set it up. And that's also, of course, why we were very confident to do it the same this year. This is already what Dominica has shown, so I've just put it here for completeness. The full week, we designed it together with EMBnet. So we have 3 days of AGM, of which 2 days are actually more for the whole community with updates and highlights. We actually had 125 registrations for each day. So I am still curious how many more people will come, but I'm already very happy that we are over 40. And then we will have 1 day on Wednesday where we will talk with the members to discuss our GOBLET activities, etc. Then there is a symposium with a huge number of interested people, over 200, and we have the 3 workshops. So GOBLET, I decided to put some general information in about GOBLET for the people who are new. So we have founded in 2012, and we have as a mission to cultivate the global bioinformatics trainer community, set standards, and provide high-quality resources to support learning, education, and training. So I have put the objectives here. We are a community for the global bioinformatics training community. So the organizers, the trainers, etc. And together we are working on standards, on high quality resources. We have a training portal. We also offer some training events. We develop material, which we brand with GOBLET. And also we are working on providing information about training resources for trainers and organizers, and also to raise a little funds for activities. And also we are working on and would like to really enforce that to work towards mechanisms for trainer recognition. These are our organizational members for 2021. We also have a group of individual members, but they are not, of course, we could not name them on a separate sheet, but they're just that you know that also individual members is a possibility for people who are not liaised to GOBLET with their organization. And in 2021, we have decided to waive the membership fee for all our organizational and individual members. And this also means that if you are here today and you still want to join, and Dominica already said that, please contact us and you can become a member for the final months of the year. And then you can maybe decide a more informed basis if you want to join formally in 2022. I will take you to a tour to all the things that the GOBLET members have done in the year. Last year we had the AGM in September, so now we are 1 year further and lots of things have happened, and I'm going to talk about them in my presentation. First of all, I want to mention the Education Summit. It was a huge event, the 3rd one. We did it in May, 3 days with 3 teams: competency framework, virtual education and training, and going fair, and a day dedicated to the LMICs and their challenges. We did it over 3 time zones. It was really, really exciting. And we did it with the CEST organization that you see here on the slide. So this afternoon, Sarah and Maria, and I also think Nikki, but I'm not sure how they divided it. They will present the results of the things that we did in the Education Summit. And what is really important is that we will continue to work on all the teams, because the summit is a place to work, not to discuss and sit back, no, to do something. And we really want to continue that in the coming year. And we already have started the organization of the Education Summit 2022. And also we have been discussing with the Education Summit people that it would be good to set up a proper environment to consolidate all the materials and all the things that we have been building up since 2019. The next thing I want to tell you about is the publications of GOBLET. So this, what we call the GOBLET Guides, and this effort was really initiated by Terry and driven by Terry. And the first element of the guides were the critical guides. It started with that. Those are introductory guides for bioinformatics beginners. And you see on the right all the critical guides that we have. We will also share the slides. I realized I didn't put them in the shared folder yet, but I will do that after the talk. You can find all the links here. Also, we have the F1000 Bioinformatics Education and Training Collection, where we register our materials too, but also I would like to invite you, if you have training materials that you want to register there, yeah, feel free to do that. It could be slides or documents or reports, posters, etc. The next category is the practical guides. They are dedicated to bringing bioinformatics to the classroom. And we have had a few already in the past, but now the recent edition is from Marie-Claude and her team about actually COVID. And it is very, I think, very nice. And this afternoon, Marie-Claude will present this guide to all of you. From my point of view, I really think this is a very important aspect of the GOBLET work, but also something where I think we really need community support to work further with us. So 2 topics, I think, we want to, 2 teams, we want to together identify new topics for new possible guides, but also very important because this is about teaching in high school. And we know that this is mostly done in the native language. We also feel that it could be so worthwhile to put kind of translation teams or something in progress, where we could have GOBLET members from all over the world translating the materials to their native language. So we are going to start working on this. So if you want to join this effort, please contact us and you can help us with this. The third element is the professional guides. And the first one is out last year by Allegra and Patricia and Jessica, Rochelle and Terry. It's about really course design and considerations for trainers. And it was in collaboration with Elixir. And I think it's really useful and you can actually use it with help if you are going to sit down and design your courses. Then I want to take you to our workshops, things that we did since last year. At the ECCB in 2020, GOBLET contributed to the machine learning workshop. In September 2020, there was a workshop related to the mastery rubric. That was after the AGM of last year. And actually today we will have the talk from Jessica about the mastery rubric. Jessica could not join, but her talk is recorded and Allegra and Terry are here to discuss the method that she developed with all of you. So I'm very excited about that. Then there will be a Train the Trainer in a collaboration with Elixir in December. And there will also be, in collaboration with Elixir, a training about best practices on single-cell RNA sequencing. Then there will be in 2022 a high school workshop. This was actually postponed because of the COVID. This was planned for last year after the AGM, but yeah, it was not possible. That was one of the things that we had to sacrifice, but hopefully we will do it in the spring. And then of course this Friday, Allegra and Patricia will organize the hackathon where we will work on defining learning objectives for a lesson on how to make the training, how to develop fair training materials. For GOBLET, it is also very important to think about how to work with other important organizations in the world of bioinformatics training. And of course, ISCB is a very prominent one, and we have a long-standing collaboration with them. We have also ongoing conversations with the board members, and we really want to strengthen this in the coming period. We have always been present at ISMB conferences with posters in the education track, which actually came to be by the lobby of GOBLET a time ago. We always have a booth. We contribute to the web workshop, to the education cozy, and I will come back in a minute to show you what we did this year on 2021 edition. Tomorrow, Patricia is going to tell us about the education cozy. And another thing is that ISB is going to start an academic tutorial series, and Batul will tell us more about that tomorrow in the Flash Talk session. And I have also discussed with Diane from ISCB that we will also do one GOBLET webinar in this series next week. And then, last but not least, Terry has received an award of ISCB this year. So, and I really also wanted to memorize that. Terry, congratulations with that. Then the other strategic collaboration that we have in place is with Elixir. We have a joint training strategy already formalized with a document and everything since 2015, and we are actively working together. And for instance, also regularly I present that to the Elixir community as a whole. Highlights are the train the trainer activities, I already mentioned that, the professional guide, the work related to the fair training materials, and tomorrow Melissa will give a flash talk about the work of the whole training community, about a lot of events that took place and will take place this year related to fair training materials and how we want to bundle all these efforts. Then we are also working towards the profiles for bioschemas, and then also something related to the RNA-seq. I cannot see the last bullet because there is some Zoom things on it. So then I wanted to tell you about the outreach. At ISMB ECCB 2021, together with Melissa and Patricia, I organized the web about making training materials fair. Annette and Patricia were organizing the cozy tracks, and we had a booth. So Dominica and I manned the virtual booth. I think the platform this year was very good, much better than last year, but still I think having a virtual booth and virtual attendance to a booth and talking to people at a virtual booth is a challenge. So in the end, we didn't have so many one-to-one conversations with people via the screen, but what we do have is the data, the names and addresses of the people who were there and who came to our booth, also outside booth hours, and who downloaded our materials. And yeah, we can follow that up with them in the coming period. So I think that is a great good. We also offered some fellowships for registrations to the conference. So a few GOBLET members could attend the web workshop and also the full ISMB. There was also an effort related to the Incorp conference in November. So Nikki did a keynote and an education session took place. You see the program on the right with lots of interesting sessions related to education from GOBLET members. And Asif just told me that also for the 2021 edition, they are planning to have an education session again. So I think that's really nice success. Another thing, also more related to the Asia region, I would say, is that there has been now an NSF-funded program, which is called ComBioasia, which will also be tailored towards education and training. And GOBLET is a supporter of this project and will also contribute with a number of instructors. We have a very active PR committee, and I think for the members and the GOBLET community, I think this is where you get your most information from our PR team. So you get the GOBLET newsletter. You can subscribe to that by sending an email to here, to the PR committee. They run the social media, the Twitter and the Facebook. In the past, we had an email address, all@mygoblet.org, and everybody who wanted to send something around could just do it. But by now, we have professionalized this, Asif and his team, and they have made a MailChimp, and it's all GDPR compliant, and you can fill in a form with your news item, and then the PR committee will make sure that it's going to be sent around. There's also a YouTube channel where we have, at least for the moment, I think we have the registrations, the recordings of the AGM of last year, but we will, yeah, we can look into future. We want to put more there. The website has kind of been a headache for the executive board. We thank you for your patience and understanding. It has been under revision for a very long period. It was a bumpy road, but we now have the feeling that we have the technical issues under control. Although I heard from Aya and Asif this morning that there may be some pages that are still having mistakes now. But anyway, we have the technique that we have now people internally in GOBLET who have access to the back end, and we are very grateful to them, and we hope to can take it further from there. So now we can really start talking about content. So we need to update all content, and for that the trainer resources pages are the top priority. We need to update the member information, and it is work in progress, and also here we will need help from the members to make this happen. We cannot do this all alone on ourselves from the executive board. So I've put here all the people who have been working together on the website, and I want to thank them very much. For the GOBLET training portal, you see a picture on the right. We have now 3 elements, one with courses and training events, training materials, and trainer resources. And it's important to also realize that we are pulling from Elixir Test, the training portal of Elixir, to show the training events and training materials that actually, people from all over the world have been registered in tests, and we can show them by a widget on the GOBLET portal. And in addition, of course, we have our own GOBLET publications, etc. also there. This is my outlook. So I think that we have really built a global bioinformatics training community in 10 years, and we have many achievements and activities. And I also think by now GOBLET has become a well-established name, entity, brand, so to speak. And of course, we also hope that people associated with, like, that's a quality, a high quality brand. And it is actually by the community, for the community, that we are doing this. But this is both a strength and a challenge in my perspective. Because I really think, and I can speak for the whole executive board, I'm sure that this is really hard to get things going and keep things going and start taking on new activities. So we really need more volunteers in the coming period to get involved. We are looking for champions. We will be looking for champions to lead on the different tasks. And in addition, we also feel we need to get support for the day-to-day activities, like more an admin person to, to handle some emails or things like that. And we are going to discuss this in detail further with the members on day 3. So the
Celia, 1 minute.
Yes,
1 minute left.
Yeah, thank you. No, this is my almost my last slide, and I heard the bell too. This is really a nice feature. So about the meeting in 2022, the regular way we do it is that every year an organization steps up that wants to host the AGM. And you don't have to do it alone. You can do it together with the executive board. In that year, your membership fee will be waived. And I think this year, and we will discuss more on day 3, the discussion will definitely also be about, will it be virtual? Will it be hybrid? Or maybe will it be face-to-face? But I left it out of this slide because I have the feeling that we will not go back to fully only face-to-face. But we will discuss on Wednesday with the members. This is my last one. I really want to thank everybody involved, the members and collaborators. We have, I think, come very far in 10 years. And I really would like to invite you to join us so you can work with us on all the exciting things that I have just discussed with you. Thank you for your attention.